All right, so before the next part of the tutorial, let me first talk about something that I miss, but still very useful. For example, when you have some shape and then you suddenly like just mess up some topology or something, but then you want to restore its origin, you can go to object and then set origin to geometry, or set origin to mass, or set to volume. Yeah. So this is how you can set the origin of the of a weird shape. And then for example, if for this, but for this part of the body, I want it to rotate. For example, I rotate in Z, right? I want it to rotate by this joint. So a way is I select this object, I use cursor to selected, and then I select this object, set origin to 3D cursor. And now you can see when I rotate in the Z direction, how it rotates around the joint. So this is another very useful technique. All right, so now let's talk about the rigging and animations. So I need to set cursor to full origin, and then I add armature. Where is armature? Here. All right. And one thing is you can go to here, and then under viewport display, set in front. So it will be easier for you to visualize the to visualize the whole armature. So I go to edit mode, I select this, and then I can extrude in the Y direction. Yeah, and then I can go back, I go here, cursor to selected, I go to edit mode, go here, and then I can, oh, should be selection to cursor. Yeah, I also move this out a bit. Right. I also extrude Z direction and extrude Z direction. I can delete this. Yeah. But you will still see the dotted line here, because this is about like parenting of the bones. And then I can select this, and then I can go to Y, go here, cursor to selected, and then I extrude in X direction, and then selection to cursor. Yep. And then I can also extrude X direction. Yeah, and then this is a very, very simple armature. But for armature, it's very important to rename. For example, I rename this to robot armature. So I think you must rename this instead of keeping it as armature. And then also you need to rename all the bones. For example, this one, go to here. This one is body. This one is head. This one is shoulder. This one is arm. This one is hand. But in order for you to mirror, you need to add some indicators so that Blender knows this arm left, and then left. Yeah, and then when you select this free, and then you go symmetrize. Oh, it's only in the X direction. So one thing is I don't know about Unity, but for Unreal, you always need to rotate. You always need the character to face the y or negative y direction. Yeah. I go critical origin, 3D cursor, then RC negative 90. Yeah. And then let's see if it works. I need to apply our transformation first. And then I symmetrize. And then you see how it works. Yep, so this is some basic riggings. But then there are other techniques as for rigging. For example, you can have like inverse kinematics. So I think you can create a bone here, but then under parent, you the parent under deform, you uncheck the deform. So you can see now if you can actually move it. So like for other bones, you cannot move it away from the other bones, but like for this, you can move away. So you press Control Tab to go to post mode, and then under the bone constraint, you can have this inverse kinematics. Oh no, sorry. I think it's this. You can have some inverse kinematics, and then the target is this armature. Yeah, and then for the bone, you need to rename this to IK left. So it will be easier for you to find. So just search IK, then you have it. Yeah, and then this chain length, I think is 1 or 2. So when you I think it's to make it to 2. Yeah. So you can see when you move this, the other bones will also be affected. Yeah. And then you can also make some improvements to the whole structure. For example, you can just undo this, and then yeah, for example, like this. Then you can delete these ones, and then you can reset the parent to body, and then keeping the offset. Yeah, so my recommendation is you do one side first, and then you symmetrize to the other side. So you don't need to repeat everything again. Yeah. Yeah. So you can move it. And then another technique is trial, but this is only useful when you have like something like a weapon. For example, can press the I to hide all the things. I can add, for example, a cube, then make it super small. I enlarge it. All right. Something like this. and then I can add another armature. Yep, and then let me go to post mode. Oh, by the way, before you apply an armature to a thing, right? Then one very important thing to do is that you need to apply all the modifier on the on the mesh, and then you also need to Control A to apply all transformations, and then you can select this and select this and Control B, and with automatic wave. Yeah, and then when you go to post mode by Control Tab, you can yeah, and now it works correctly. So go back to post mode, GY, make this visible, C, and then I can G move it here, and then I can lock to Y-axis. Yeah, for example, this small thing is a weapon, and then you can go here, and then you can choose trial off, and then the armature bone is hand left, I believe, and then you set inverse. Yep, and now when you move this, yeah, the weapon will also move around, move along. There's another very useful techniques. And then after everything is set, you can go to edit mode, and then you symmetrize. Yep. Go to object mode, and select all the objects. Make sure you select the armature last, and Control P, and automatic wave. Yeah, but when you go to post mode, you may find something very weird. For example, you can see that the body is also moving. This is because of vertex groups. One way to fix this problem is through wave painting, which will be here, wave paint. But this method will be more complicated and for more advanced users. So like one simple way to fix this problem is just to change it's just to change the vertex groups that each object has. For example, for the hand, right? I can go to here, the object data properties, and then I just delete all the vertex groups assigned to this mesh, except for the vertex groups that are desired. For example, for this is the two hands, right? So I can just delete all other vertex groups and leave this. Then I go to edit mode. Oh, by the way, I need to apply all the modifier first. So I apply the modifier, and that's a mistake that you should avoid. Yeah, so apply all the modifiers before you uh um before you parent the armature to the meshes. So you go to edit mode. You can select all, and then you assign these. Oh, you assign these to left. Then you select all of these, assign these to hand right, and then you can repeat this. For this one, it's also affected by hand. So also like remember to apply all the modifiers first. Yeah. Go to here, the data properties, and delete. or others. Yeah, and select. Make sure you enable X-ray. Select this. Hand left. And another possible way to do this is go to edit mode. You select all this. You press P, separate selection. So this these two measures will become like two separate objects. So like for this, right, it's just the left hand, but for this is the right hand. So you select all by pressing A and assign. Yeah, and then you can repeat this. For example, this is the body, delete all, then go to edit mode, press A, and then assign to body. For this, press A, and then delete all, except head. Yeah, and assign. So you can keep doing this. Okay, now the mesh works correctly. So after fixing all the vertex groups, all right, now you can see like the inverse kinematics is actually quite powerful. And then the parent, right, the parenting will also move the weapon along. Yeah, and then for animations, you can go to animation, and then yeah, and it starts from frame one. Make sure you go to pose mode, and then you can perform uh some basic animations. For example, I go to here. Yeah, and then yeah, I can select all. I press I, location and rotation. You can use like control tab to go to the graph view, or control tab to go back. You can also pull this up to see the time frame better. Yeah, and then yeah, you go to certain frames, frame 10, for example, then go here. This is just a very simple demonstration. Yeah, and then you select all, press I. Yeah, and then you can see something like that. Like for animations, you also need to have like concept in mind. Yeah. Then for this frame, I can say tag, select all, then I, yeah, there you go. You can also change this to like for example T, then yeah, something like that. This is just a very simple tutorial for rigging and animations. Yeah, so I hope you learned something, and all the best for your modeling journey.